Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad illegally transferred $135 billion to Russia. Khalid Bey, an intelligence officer for the ousted Syrian regime, told the Turkish newspaper Turkiye Gazetesi. According to Major Beyer, Assad smuggled $135 billion to Russia. The intelligence officer did not provide the publication with any details about the transfer of the large sum of money to Russia. He also spoke about the conflict between pro-Russian and pro-Iranian soldiers in the army loyal to Assad. The first battle took place between the Aleppo commander General Muhammad Safadli and the Russian-loyal General Suheil Hassan. The exchange of information between military intelligence and the army stopped. The defeat, which began on the day Aleppo fell, led the opposition to Damascus. Bey said, after the fall of President Assad's regime on December 8, 2024, rebels stormed the palaces of the dictator's family. They found an impressive collection of luxury cars in the garage. In addition, the rebels found a secret tunnel under Assad's palace, probably intended for escape. According to media reports, the dictator's wife, Asma al-Assad, was also living in luxury despite the sanctions of the European Union. A London-born doctor's daughter, Asma al-Assad, married Bashar in 2000 and quickly adapted to the extravagant lifestyle of Syria's ruling family. During her husband's reign, Asma reportedly spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on personal luxuries such as clothing and home decor, sparking controversy given the dire economic situation in Syria during the war. Asma was not just known for her public role as the First Lady of Syria, but also for her lavish taste in fashion and furnishings. She was reported to have spent extravagant amounts on high-end fashion, with reports of purchases amounting to hundreds of thousands of dollars for furnishings, luxury accessories, and even bespoke clothing. She also became notorious for the luxury items she would purchase, including $7,000 crystal-encrusted shoes and $350,000 for the decoration of their palaces. For years, the Assad family has maintained a life of luxury despite the ongoing civil war in Syria. Their wealth, which has been concealed through various offshore accounts and assets, is estimated at around $2 billion, according to the US State Department. The family's fortune includes high-end furnishings, rare collectibles, and luxurious homes, much of which was amassed during Bashar al-Assad's reign. After the fall of the dictatorial regime in Syria, Assad received asylum in the Russian Federation. Since the regime's downfall, Moscow has emerged as a sanctuary for the Assad family, providing not only asylum but also an opportunity to continue living in style. The family has acquired at least 20 luxury apartments in Moscow, with a value exceeding $30 million. These properties include lavish homes in some of the city's most prestigious areas, such as the City of Capitals skyscraper complex, which houses Russia's wealthiest elites and international corporations. The billions of dollars Assad brought to Russia are of great interest to the Russians.
The Israeli army announced the end of the main stage of the operation, Hatz al-Bashan, to destroy the strategic capabilities of the Syrian army. During the operation, 70 to 80% of the military capabilities of the Assad regime were destroyed. The purpose of the operation was to prevent strategic weapons from falling into the hands of enemy forces, Israeli Defense Forces, IDF, said. The operation started on the night leading to Sunday. Israel's Air Force and Navy carried out over 350 strikes against strategic targets in Syria during the operation. Rocket carriers of the Israeli Navy simultaneously struck dozens of strikes at two bases of the Syrian Navy, destroying dozens of combat aircraft and helicopters, radars, air defense systems, 15 warships, ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, dozens of anti-ship missiles with a range of 80 to 190 kilometers, surface-to-surface missiles, drones, warehouses and weapons manufacturing plants. The military struck anti-aircraft batteries, Air Force fields belonging to the Syrian military, and weapons production facilities in Damascus, Homs, Latakia, Palmyra, and Tartus. The IDF also degraded cruise missiles, surface-to-sea missiles, UAVs, fighter jets, radars, tanks, and attack helicopters, among other things. Earlier, it was reported that most of the strikes were in southern Syria and around the city of Damascus, targeting Syrian army bases, with an emphasis on air defense systems and stores of surface-to-surface and surface-to-air missiles. Israeli security sources indicate that these actions have significantly expanded the Air Force's operational freedom. Two Syrian security sources told Reuters that IAF jets had struck at least 3 major Syrian army air bases that housed dozens of helicopters and jets. The Kamishli Air Base in northeast Syria, the Shinshar Base in the countryside of Homs, and the Akraba Airport southwest of the capital Damascus were all hit, the sources said. The Air Force also reportedly carried out several strikes on a research center on the outskirts of Damascus and a center for electronic warfare near the Sayyida Zainab area of the capital.